What are the best lists to target for your wholesaling? I want to share with you today one of our favorite lists that is hands down the most profitable list that we've targeted yet. My name's Dustin.
And I'm Corey.
We're the Wholesaling Daily Show, and we bring you wholesaling information, fix and flip, tax liens and deeds, share with you our journey as we try to do $1 million in wholesale and fix and flips this year. And we're also known to buy tax deed properties for pennies on the dollar. Our best deal we talked about in a previous video where we bought a $75,000 business for $6,000. Mm-hmm. Those are the types of things you can expect on the Wholesaling Daily Show. For the YouTubers, do us a favor right now, hit that like button and the subscribe button, and you'll be also eligible to win some cool stuff that we will talk about very soon.
Yes.
All right. Podcasters, hello. Instagram, thanks for joining us. So this is a fun topic, right? Because your bread and butter as a wholesaler is going to come from the lists that you're pulling. Now, the kind of the name of the game is like the more exclusive the list, the better results you're going to get from it, meaning the higher response rate, okay? And the thing is that we know the common lists to go and target, right? Like out-of-state owners, vacant properties, obviously high equity properties are big ones. But our absolute favorite list, should we tell them? Should we tell them, Corey?
I don't know, man.
I don't know if we should tell you. We
kind
kind of built it up.
Shoot.
It's not actually a huge secret,
No.
but it is the tax lien list.
Ooh,
Now, I'm gonna share with you the secret of the secret here, okay? Double secret means. So you can go on the websites like PropStream and pull the lists of delinquent taxes, but we prefer to go right to the source.
Yeah.
And we like to go right to the county and figure out exactly where their list is and how often they're refreshing it and hitting it that way so that it's super fresh. Because places like PropStream, you see, all of these list providers are pulling their data from kind of the same places. There's not a lot, everybody's just kind of like an aggregator. So they're all pulling their data from just a couple main data sources, and then they're combining that to give it to you and allow you to filter it. So depending on the relationship they have with the county, there's a strong chance it might not always be currently up to date. So that's why we try to get the freshest list from the county, and a lot of the times that means physically going to the county to get that list. And many times as well, we're actually getting like raw data from the county that is really hard to sort through. So we get our virtual team to go and sort it, to look through it. And that has been hands down that is our best list. But here's the problem with that list. You ready for that?
Yeah.
The problem with this list is that depending on where you are, it's going to get stale fairly quickly. So for example, for us, there might be like 10,000 on that list. And then by the time we narrow that down, it's going to be, maybe 2,000 or 3,000, depending on how big your county is. So you send them 5 or 6 postcards, or however, if you're cold calling them, then what happens is eventually that list is going to tire out. You're going to see your biggest response on your first mailing or your first phone call. And then from there, it's going to drop. So that's when you really need to be diving into, the out-of-state owners, the high equities. We tried the probate for a while. We didn't crack it that well. We took a really good shot at it, but it didn't work that well. So that's kind of our favorite list at this point. We're doing some experimenting with other ones. Corey, what are your comments on that list?
Yeah, so like Dustin was saying, you can pull it from PropStream or other data sources, and there's only 2 data sources in America that have like all the data, and then other places pull from that, and they like make it, like Dustin said, so that you can like select it and so I'll just use the word select. Can't think of the other one, but yeah. So the tax lien lists, we actually spent some time going to the county itself and talking to this guy at the county that we were in, and we called them and they said they couldn't do anything for us. But then actually when we were down in that place looking at properties and trying to find someone on the ground. We actually went in and visited him face to face, and he was much. There's just a much different tone to his interaction when it was face to face, and he was then able to pull the list for us. I think he had it there on the spot, but it took him like a week or so to get it over to us. But then Josh just kept reinforcing the relationship, and he was very nice about it. And he sends us new lists, and it like refreshes every 6 months ish. But there's still a lot of duplicates on that. So, like Dustin was saying, like you could have a list of 10,000, but it goes down to 2,000 so quickly once you've narrowed down what you actually want to invest in, like single family homes with XYZ equity, but. Yeah, as far as that goes, it's a great list if you're looking to get started on something and that's not being hit by a lot of other wholesalers. Your tax lien list is definitely going to be what you should go to first. It just will run out. It won't be a lifetime supply of deals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very good tips on that. It's that time of the day. If you're listening on the podcast or if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and ask us a question. Any question you want in the comments about real estate investing, wholesaling, tax liens and deeds. And when you ask a question, you're going to be entered to win one of these sweet, sweet modern REI shirts, which my beautiful model Corey is demonstrating, and then I'm holding up, and this is the triple threat, triple M. We'll hook you up with one of these in the contest. Just simply ask a question.
Yeah.
We're going to do a draw for that quite often.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we said today, but we skipped a day, so tomorrow will be the first draw.
That's true. They're actually really comfy shirts.
Yeah.
Like we're both wearing them. They're comfy. They fit well.
I do need to wash mine though. It's getting a little
stinks in here.
Sorry.
The windows are open.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty straightforward. The tax lien list. Maybe one day we'll do a little screen share on like pulling it. But as we always say here, this stuff is fairly basic. It's just the repetitiveness, the reinforcing the basics. Mm-hmm. And what we love about wholesaling and real estate is it's not rocket science. You just need to go get the lesson, execute, get that feedback. I read a good quote this weekend. It said, my greatest teacher is my last mistake. And you're not going to be able to just get all the information and go and not make any mistakes. Sometimes there'll be folks who hit it out of their park, like on their first mailer, first 50. But that's very rare. And then generally that'll catch up to you, and then you'll wonder what's wrong when it stops working, when really it's just the name of the game as far as getting used to this stuff and the consistency of it. So that's your homework for this. Go research that tax lien list, go pull it, and leave us a comment, enter to win a shirt. For those of you guys listening on the podcast, you can comment a question on YouTube or leave us a review on the podcast. We would love that too. And we'll enter you to win this sweet modern REI shirt. So on that note, signing off. We'll see you tomorrow.